The sport has always favored conflict.
Conor will be suspended for 6 months after UFC 229 back in October. Khabib flew outside of the octagon and got a 9-month suspension.
I'm assuming you guys are in as much shock as we are.
All the shit talk leading up to that fight, man, did that backfire.
It's sad to see something like that go down because it marks a beautiful thing that could have been and makes it ugly.
It feels like a cooling off period is needed.
What happens now?
UFC 236, Max Holloway versus Dustin. A lot of people counted Dustin out, and guess what? He came through, got the interim belt. It's time to unify.
He the real thing, he beat a world champion. Congrats, brother.
The winner and new champion, ladies and gentlemen, Dustin Poirier.
Isn't it time that we give Dustin Poirier his due? How much more does he have to possibly do? How many champions and former champions does he possibly have to beat? He is now wearing 12 pounds of gold around his waist.
UFC lightweight champion of the world, Dustin Poirier.
Nothing mattered but 25 minutes tonight to make life fair and be a world champion.
If anybody ever earned the right to be called a champion, I would say it was you.
Only one champion in lightweight division. I want to stay busy anytime, anywhere. You know, I am ready. I'm born ready.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Khabib was saying he was going to go in there and smash him.
Khabib is one of the best fighters in the world, most dominant fighters in the world.
Khabib doesn't duck anybody.
In the words of our buddy Daniel Cormier, get your together, young man. We got a belt to fight for.
They've got to unify the belt.
Yeah, Dustin Poirier's climb to the top has been long.
It's been a long, long road, you know. It's been 12 years of fighting.
It was the only road that was going to get you there.
Lightweight champion, one and only, Dustin, the Diamond Poirier. Let's talk about what is next.
Khabib, it's been a while since we've seen you. Dustin Poirier won the interim title last weekend.
I think he deserves title shot. He already interim UFC lightweight champion. I'm real lightweight champion. We have to fight.
He's finally here to face Khabib, the reigning champion of the lightweight division.
When would that fight go down?
His suspension ends, I believe, in September.
Now he's got a title around his waist, and he's got a big fight against Khabib Nurmagomedov next, right?
When we go to the cage, I have to maul this guy.
And thank you, Khabib. He will maul him.
This is what I have to do.
I've seen the headlines. Dustin Poirier is going to be mauled by Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Fun time to be a fight fan.
Right now, I'm focused on September.
The picture becomes pretty clear.
What you see is what you get, and what you get is a killer.
Undefeated Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
This sets you up for a fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov for the undisputed title.
To be the best, you got to beat the best. I want to unify this belt with the best.
Doesn't matter who.
I look forward to seeing you defend your title.
UFC undefeated lightweight champion.
Now we get to unify this.
Dustin Poirier.
Incredible performance tonight, Dustin.
Max was never able to get going.
They went to war.
Dustin Poirier showed incredible mettle.
There is something about his very nice demeanor. The fact that he's nice to people. He doesn't have that rough around the collar edge.
It seems so obvious that you're operating on another level.
Anthony Pettis, world champion. Gaethje, world champion. Eddie Alvarez, world champion. Max Holloway, world champion.
Dustin Poirier whipped all of those guys.
He ends Max Holloway's 13-fight winning streak. Max Holloway hasn't lost a fight in 5.5 years, and in any division, to beat that guy in 2019 just really solidifies this title for me.
You beat some of the very best fighters in the sport, but tonight, this was a truly special performance, Dustin.
He was hitting him with big shots. Really clean, well-timed shots. Great head movement.
It all was for this moment. Winning a belt at 155 pounds is a tremendous accomplishment. Every bit of blood, sweat, and tears for Dustin Poirier was for this moment.
How does this feel? Does this feel real?
The way I've always looked at it is pressure makes diamonds.
Man, this feels amazing. I feel like I'm in a dream right now.
He is 2-0 against Max Holloway.
I just beat one of the pound-for-pound best in the world.
I think it's fair to say he's the best striker in the 155-pound division. He has 0 quit in him.
This was the culmination of all your hard work, all your time in the gym and in the octagon.
He beat a world champ. He is the world champ. They ain't no interim. He's a real king.
In light of everything we're seeing right now, maybe the sport's ready for a good guy.
Dustin's real, man.
Nothing was easy.
I've been close to the mountaintop. I've been knocked down, and I've climbed back over and over again.
That kind of strong core of belief.
I don't care. I got self-belief for the winner.
You're not the most talented guy in the world in your business, but you're the most determined. You found the way to even the playing field in other ways. And the only way you were going to do that was to form yourself into a certain kind of person. And that road, that bumpy road, that road with holes, that's what formed you. And that's what had you ready. Any other road would not have had you ready.
I always get chills when I see someone get the title for the first time.
Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway.
You know, I knew I was the underdog.
You want to talk about underdog? And you know what underdog is? It's a hungry dog. You want to talk about a hungry dog? Hungry dogs run fast. Dustin Poirier, ladies and gentlemen.
You've been finishing guys left and right.
The talking, the acting crazy, that's not what I do. I fight and I earn it.
Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
I mean, again, Jesus Christ, what an incredible fight.
He came out of there with a purpose and a drive to make this punch.
This is who I am. I'm a fighter at heart.
It's an amazing performance against one of the most technical fighters on the planet.
What else do I got to do? That's a born fighter, ladies and gentlemen. You have certainly earned it. Dana, Sean, Khabib, let's go. It's time.
They have no idea what's coming.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Just stop and think what happens if that fucking savage gets the title.
UFC lightweight champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen.
Now it's my time. Doesn't matter who.
UFC undisputed champion.
What did they want this guy to do? His family's been attacked. How many times can you keep poking the bear?
This is a guy who's from Dagestan. He takes his culture and his religion, his people and his family very seriously.
My father teach me, hey, you have to be always respectful. This is respect sport, you know. I told you before, guys, I want to change this game.
Khabib Nurmagomedov is catching headlines for the brawl, and I understand that. But he should be catching headlines for just how insanely talented he is.
With belt coming, like a lot of attention, a lot of money, crazy stuff. And I don't want this belt change me. I'm a little bit scared about this. I don't want to change. I want to be same Khabib, like before belt and after belt.
There's nobody really that we've seen so far that not only can wrestle with Khabib, that can frankly come close.
Khabib Nurmagomedov is the best 155-pounder in the world.
I told you guys, I'm gonna change this game. No more fake champions, no more champion who never defend his title. Now UFC have champion. This champion wanna defend his title.
He's not out here playing games with you.
He will make you suffer in the ring.
This is a guy, Khabib Nurmagomedov, a guy who's incredibly dominant, who grew up in Dagestan, in the mountains.
The guy's the best wrestler at 155 ever.
He grew up wrestling bears, and this is no joke. That's how he grew up. You will see footage of a 7-year-old Khabib Nurmagomedov wrestling a bear.
He does things to world-class guys that makes you just confused. His wrestling and his ground and pound is just so ferocious.
The fact that Khabib Nurmagomedov is able to do this against every single person he's faced is nothing short of remarkable.
This is a different kind of human being.
I don't think folks understood who they were dealing with in a guy like Nurmagomedov. I don't think they grasped the kind of traditional old world society he comes from, how much he has prepared around a single skill set, how uniquely able he is to impose it upon the world. He's not out here joking around.
Thank you.
He just beats the shit out of people. No, he's special. He's special.
Undefeated pro MMA fighter. Nobody catch me.
Woo! Unbeaten inside the octagon.
I can fight with anybody. I'm undefeated all my career.
There can be no denying that you're one of the most dangerous men on the planet Earth.
Alhamdulillah.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, ladies and gentlemen.
Khabib is more the quiet guy. If he catch you, he doesn't let you lose. He makes you give up and he goes full speed. If you don't knock him out, it's over.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, ladies and gentlemen.
Alhamdulillah.
We've absolutely dominated every single opponent.
Let's go, let's go.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, a new UFC lightweight champion.
You can slow down Khabib, but he ultimately gets his way. He ultimately finds a way to do what he wants to do. He's one step ahead all the time.
The most dominant force in the game, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
I am different mentality. It's like this. This is who I am.
#1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, greatest wrestler of all time.
In my opinion, he's the most dominant force in the history of the sport.
When cage close, do what I do all my life.
Khabib, the Eagle,
Alhamdulillah, thank you so much. Just send me location.
We will move forward as advertised. which is Poirier moves into Khabib. I also believe the rumors about September, and I believe the rumors about Abu Dhabi.
When you look at him as an opponent, what do you see from Dustin Poirier against you?
Every fight he become stronger, better. He impressed me.
And he's just beat Max Holloway. I feel like he's in the right place now to take on Khabib with the most confidence he can.
I want to talk to you about what's next.
Khabib has already come out and said, see you in September.
5 months before fight, I think it's gonna be a very good fight with him. I respect him like fighter, like human.
There's no room for loving when you get inside the octagon, but we both have respect for each other.
That's an interesting matchup. Obviously, he's got the strong wrestling background.
There's nobody with the ground control that he has. There's nobody who can push the pace in the same way that he has. You want to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov, no room for error. None.
You know, there's something to be said from the guys that almost get there and fail. As John Kavanagh's book says, win or learn. But the losses on your record can be so valuable. And that's one thing that Khabib has kind of robbed himself of in his career because no one's been able to better him. That first loss that he'll pick up will make him so much better. But Poirier's already been through those lessons, which I feel has prepared him very well for a title shot.
Now you get the opportunity to unify your belt with Khabib.
We're both here to hurt each other.
I'm waiting for this.
And I'm the champ right now.
Be careful. Only one champion in lightweight division.
Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
This is going to be an amazing fight.
Let the games begin.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We were all witness to history, greatness, toughness tonight.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
He's number one, right? Let's send it up.
The revolution has begun.
Gotta roll, man. On with the show. Khabib, where you at? This fight cements you as the most dangerous contender by far.
This fight is going to be absolutely incredible.
Okay, then next the fight.
How about a notebook? Your main event winner.
You earn this, and you earn your position here with your spectacular freak of fights.
I get it down, baby.
I wanna stay humble. This is true. This is not trash talking.
Are you not entertained?
You know what? There's a poetic nature to these guys.
What is important is not that you win, is not that you get to the top first.
The paths to get there are so different.
It's okay to fail. I think that's huge.
That's your ticket to paradise.
Winning the UFC belt's like climbing Mount Everest. You're going to have things that are going to happen. You're going to get stuck, but that's what makes getting to the peak so amazing, is that something that very few people can do, and it comes at a cost.
I wouldn't be here without her. I love you, Jolie.
Khabib says September.
Now we got a deal done. I would like to announce Khabib. He will be taking on Dustin Poirier Saturday, September 7th in Abu Dhabi, UAE. He's ready to fight.
If you think you know what's going to happen in this fight, you're crazy.
Like gangsters in paradise, huh?
All right, let's get the show started.
Fireworks are not expected, they're guaranteed. I cannot wait for this fight. It's one of the biggest of the year.
Well, this is it, man. I'm very excited for this fight.
I love this journey. I love this ride.
UFC undefeated lightweight champion.
I'll never quit here. I'll die in here.
Incredible maturity and confidence, but not arrogance.
You want to be the best at lightweight, that has to be your sole focus.
May the best man win.
Let's find out who the greatest really is.
You just never know until two men get in there and settle it.
What a fight, what a scene it will be.
Whether you're Michael Johnson or Edson Barboza, he smothers you.
Eddie Alvarez, former champ. Anthony Pettis, former champ. Justin Gaethje, former champ.
Alhamdulillah.
It's been amazing. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, but we stay true to the path, and here we are.
Let's do this.
Everything God gave me. Nobody catch me.
Khabib, where you at?
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. It's time.
If you want to become undisputed UFC champion, you have to finish me.
2 champions are going in, 1 champion's coming out.
When you just think about the fight, it's really, really good.
UFC returns to Abu Dhabi for the first time in over 5 years.
Habib Nurmagomedov was looking for a big challenge. He just found it in Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
I have very long way. I'm trained all my life with my father.
I grew up very tough life, born from crazy mountains. I'm here for my fans, for my history, for everything.
This is all about honor for him.
It's best team ever. Around me is good, humble people.
The new interim lightweight champion.
I want to give people a reason to fight, a reason to cheer, a reason to celebrate.
Now that you made it up to the very top.
You get to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov.
But now we're at the pinnacle, you know, headlining a show in Abu Dhabi. 27 have tried and 27 have failed.
You cannot teach your heart. You have to born with this.
What is it that you feel like you bring to the table that will be different than anybody else did, that you'll be the guy that's able to beat him?
grit, determination, the right amount of crazy, self-belief.
Oh, I'm ready for this. If you wanna stop it, you have to kill me.
Dustin Poirier, he's supposed to fight Khabib.
Now I defend my title.
I think I have to maul him.
Do you see holes in his game?
I'll make holes.
Dustin Poirier is going to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov. Go ahead and place your bets, but do not dismiss a man who just took out 3 world champions and now has a championship of his own.
You know, this is a dream team. All these guys are champs.
Now we're working on this.
I knew something big was coming.
We just did a new partnership to bring UFC title fights for the next 5 years over to Abu Dhabi. They really wanted Khabib to be the first fight there.
This is what I want.
He'll be fighting in a very pro-Khabib country. He'll be in the United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi. That's the plan as of right now.
UFC Abu Dhabi. September 7th in Abu Dhabi.
You wanna fight? Come here.
The unknown.
It's enemy territory.
But that's what I know what fighting is. That octagon is a theater of the unknown.
Here we go. Enjoy the hostilities, my friends.